Welcome to In the Loop, the Charlotte Area Chambers podcast, where we talk about everything Charlotte with area business and community leaders. Here are your hosts.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Charlotte Area Chamber podcast, In the Loop. I'm your host, Michael Orzak, our co-host, Diane Chase. And today we're just going to talk about 2025 and 2026, what's coming up. So, hey, Dan, thanks for joining me today.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining me today. I think it's been an incredible year in a lot of ways. Some more gooder than others, as I like to tell my wife. Good days every day, but some are gooder than others. So some of our days have been gooder than others. But one of the most amazing things is the growth in membership, I think.
Yeah.
Where are we now? I mean, where did we start and where are we now?
The beginning of the year, I think we were around 500 and something, and now we're up to 750.
Fantastic.
And the last 2 months have been really big. So,
what do you think is the reason for that?
Carolina HealthWorks, so brand new, came out November 3rd. It was being worked on all year by the North Carolina State Chamber, the Blue Cross Blue Shield, and I say we had an integral part in it, our chamber. So it was associated chambers as well that are members of the North Carolina State Chamber. But Jessica and I went to a meeting where Mike Causey was speaking, and he's the head of the Department of Insurance for the state of North Carolina. And we approached him just before mid-October. And he was at this event, and we said, hey, when's this going to be done? And he was like, I don't know. There's some laws that have to be changed and everything. And that wasn't the case. So we went to the North Carolina Chamber and Blue Cross Blue Shield and said, hey, Mike thinks this has to happen, and we know that it doesn't. They immediately got on their phones. They said, what meeting were you at and stuff. So I'd like to say that we had some
you can take
help
credit. It's okay.
in some of that. But so now people are getting quotes. You have to be a business from 2 to 50 employees. So you can go to our website and click on the link. It's going to give you some more information, but then you can give insurance to your employees. And it's been mixed right now. They're still figuring out the kinks and things like that, what I like to say. But some people have rave reviews. This saved us a lot of money. I talked to one person. He has 2 employees, so it's a 2-people thing. But they said they saved over $1,000 a month.
That's fantastic. So it's like a new avenue for a group rate.
Yep.
For small businesses.
That's
fantastic. That's really great. That's a huge accomplishment for sure.
Yeah. So that was an exciting 2025.
That was a good day.
Yeah. And other things that we did in 2025, we had our wellness initiative group committee come together. So they worked all this year on doing a couple things. They recently just ran our Men's Health International Health Day. Mm-hmm. So we had an event around that, which was really well received. And then coming up next year, they'll be working on a health fair. So excited for that. We're going to do it at one of the local parks because the wellness initiative is about mental well-being, mm-hmm. being healthy, eating healthy, movement.
Now, is this for the men's health or?
For the whole community. Okay. So the last thing they did was the men's health thing, but they do it for everybody, for business, community. So we'll do this thing in 2026, and we got some other things for them too as well. So that's kind of exciting.
Yeah, that's very, very important. And before we get into 26, what other highlights do you have that you are proud of?
Membership growth. our programming, helping businesses, every day I get somebody that says, thank you for doing this, or thank you for that, or I
Awesome.
needed this. And so our workshops, AI, have been really well received because that's so new to everybody. And they really are just, everybody's trying to figure out, how do I
Right.
use AI? AI,
Yeah,
AI.
yeah. It's everywhere.
And as a small business, maybe you use it a little bit less, but you can still use it. So we still have training around that.
Right. And I know we have some programs planned for next year on AI. I was looking at, we're going to have a workshop or two. And actually, any chamber members who are really out in front of AI and discovering new tools and are able to share some wisdom, do get in touch, because we're uh, finalizing programs for 2026, and AI is definitely going to be one of the big workshops that we have.
Yeah, and any kind of marketing, small business always needs marketing help. So any
Mhm.
kind of marketing that we do um, for them is really well received. Um, we try to, do a lot of networking. So, people are making connections, business connections. So, um,
And then we have our public policy initiative as well, that is
yeah,
uh, is actually going to hopefully continue to grow in interest with the midterm elections coming up.
yeah. So we're going to try to do some more about meeting candidates, but our public policy is gives you an opportunity to meet local city council, other local representatives that work in the state in Raleigh. So you get to know them. And
Right.
then, hey, my business needs help with something. But now you know that person. You've been introduced to them. And that's really big for public policy and small business, to be able to have a connection, know who do I reach out
No,
to about
no.
different things. So whether it's a county issue or a city issue, um, and then with the transportation bill
Mhm.
being passed, I'm sure our programming, things that we're going to do around that transportation. Now they're going to be set up, doing this setup for this new transportation committee, right? So um, that's going to take about a year and a half to get set up.
Oh yeah.
But in the meantime, while they're setting it up, we need to focus on how are you going to help the local small
Mhm.
businesses. So we'll be part of that, and pushing for, don't forget about the small businesses. Keep them
Exactly.
in mind. So they're going to hear from us, and then to make sure at public policy meetings, all our the elected officials always hear that from us, and because hey, we're setting this up. Once that gets set up, then we'll go into the now utilizing the small
Right.
businesses.
How is it? How is it going to be executed in order to make sure that small businesses, small and mid-sized businesses, are seeing support and benefit from all of that?
So that goes, that's part of our public policy, and then it'll go also into programming, because programming may be able to say, okay, let's have the city, the county, how to do business with the city, how to do it with the county, make sure you're
Mhm.
registered, and things like that. So it all ties together,
Right.
everything we do.
Absolutely right. Well, we had a kind of a looking forward to 2026 public policy meeting this week. What were some of your key takeaways from that?
From the last meeting that we just had with the
Where we were
media,
talking about 2026, right?
um, housing, transportation, this whole new transportation bill. Those were the big
Mm.
things that the media said
Right.
we're going to be keeping an eye on. Local elections, um, what's happening at the national level, how is that affecting us?
Right. It's going to be an interesting year ahead, that's for sure. I'm also thinking that maybe some of that will tip over into the the big annual meeting that we're going to have January 29th. Mark your calendars at the Jewish Community Center. So that's going to be a wonderful new venue for us.
Yeah, and that's where we're doing awards for people. You can actually go on the website right now and nominate somebody for an award, fill out our form. hey, I love this small business, go give that out. So we'll be doing awards, our volunteers, doing awards for our volunteers, and then showcasing a lot of what we're talking about today, and then going, what are we doing in the future? So we'll go over membership numbers and people that
Kind
we
of like our
represent.
annual report in a way,
Yeah.
but also a town hall, so that people attending can voice questions, opinions, input, recommendations, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's how we get better, because of input. So January 29th. And what else? Oh,
Our
obviously the expo in
the
March.
expo. Everybody's been asking, expo.
Oh, yeah.
So it's live now. You can go onto our website and register for the expo. We were at Bojangles last year. We're going back to the Park Expo this year. We're going to have a lot more people involved, a lot more opportunity for businesses. So it's exciting. It's one of our best events. It's everybody loves it. Everybody loves being part of it. Bojangles was a little cold on the ice. That's because we have a fabulous hockey team that plays all year long.
And that's why. And it kept everyone from falling asleep. There was nobody sleeping at the booth.
Yes, so
it was a little nippy.
Yeah, so we'll be back at the park, and it'll be
that's a nice setup.
Warmer,
that venue is,
and we can do a lot there too. It's a larger space, so it allows us to do some things that we probably couldn't at Bojangles.
Just because of the way it was set up.
Yeah.
So businesses can start now applying to
be
exhibit.
Sponsor, exhibit. We have prizes that we're going to be giving away. This year we're going to do $1,000 prize giveaway. So so some different stuff, some more higher prize values and things like that. So some good, exciting stuff around that.
Excellent.
We're not sure if we're adding our speed networking component to this. We probably will. We'll sneak it in there somewhere, and we'll say, "Hey, we're doing speed networking as well," because we have the space. So and if we get the people that can run it, then we'll do it, because people seem to enjoy that part of the aspect of it as well.
Just keeping it visible in the venue and kind of making sure people know when session starts and all of that.
Yeah,
I think that's really good, because that's massive opportunity on a larger scale to connect. The monthly programs are great, but a place like that, you can really meet a lot of people.
You can meet so many people, but you can also meet a lot of different people, unique people. We have a lot of people that do our expo, and that's what all they do. So there's opportunity. Hey, I'm not going to see these people elsewhere. It's a good time to meet those folks. So
that sounds really good. That sounds really good.
And a couple things we're working on too. If you want to talk about, hey, this is going to be coming. I'm going to try to do a monthly Zoom meeting, so you don't have to come in person, but I will do it. I'm going to label it and brand it as a sales, marketing, networking, maximizing your chamber membership. So how to get sales out of it, how to market, how to network within the chamber, and then get the most out of your membership. So we'll bring in some speakers. I'll talk about all the different things that you can do that usually when I see people at events or something, or talk to them on the phone, I'm like, hey, have you done this? And they're like, oh, I didn't know I could do that. So that's what we'll try to do once a month, of bringing that information to light and highlighting it and saying, okay, if you do this, this will help your business this way.
Right. Very cool. Another opportunity to see some experts in that arena and follow up with them.
Yeah. So we'll bring in like some sales speakers, sales experts. We'll bring in some networking experts, maybe some marketing folks. And so we'll take a little bit of time to talk about one of those topics. And then we'll say, okay, how do you tie this in with your main membership? And then, so what do you do with your membership with this information? So that'll be new and exciting.
Speaking of marketing, we're doing. What's exciting to me is the partnerships and the collaboration outreach that we're really putting more on the radar for the chamber. So we're partnering with the American Marketing Association on February the 18th. So that's going to be a lunch event. So I think that's going to be, speaking of marketing, that's going to be a great opportunity to meet people in another organization, but looking for collaboration
Right.
opportunities between your business and the people in the room.
And they're the experts, right? That's the marketing association.
Yeah,
So
thanks.
why not pull
Talk
them
about,
in
I know. Speaking of
and
marketing,
and we can listen to the experts on that. And so we need to do that with all the organizations out there. Hey, what can we do together?
yep.
How can we do this together? Our expo, where we have a lot of partners, other chambers are going to be
I was just
involved
going to
in this
mention,
expo.
yeah,
So yeah, the partnerships with everybody in the business community is really important.
absolutely. I'm a massive proponent, advocate for collaboration, cooperation, and partnerships. That's how we, rising tide lifts all boats kind of
Mhm.
thing. But we are planning to reach out to the Asian American
Mhm.
Chamber
Yep.
and have that event on the radar. Don't have a date, but the Latino Chambers obviously super active and successful. The British American Chamber, the German Chamber is
Mhm.
huge. So there's lots of different opportunities for collaboration, and I'm really very much excited about that. But I know you know what I'm really excited about. It's the third annual Community Impact Summit.
Yes.
My favorite
Yes. Yeah. So we're going to try to maybe partner with some other people too on that
thing. Mm-hmm.
coming up. But yeah, that is such a great event. I was amazed by it this past year. It was the discussions that happened, seeing what all nonprofit needs are. And they're all different. Like, I need this, I need this, I need help with this. The biggest thing that I saw come out of it was the volunteers that were needed. So, if you need something to do for volunteers, we have 51 nonprofit members. And man hours was really huge. So,
Mm-hmm.
maybe we'll even do some stuff around that. Hey, let's get all the chamber people together and go help out X.
I'm going to.
You know,
I'm going to push for that, and I'll be happy
because it's
to.
fun. You're out
I'll,
helping and you're doing good.
there's
How could you
nothing
not?
better.
Yeah.
There's nothing
How
better.
could you say no? That's not for me.
Yeah, it's like no,
Yeah.
I don't want to help anybody. No, I super fabulous to get just even a quarterly volunteer chamber volunteer team out doing whatever it might be. I think, and that will be super attractive to a lot of people. So it's always one of my mantras: doing well by doing good, and doing good by doing well. So
Yeah. So excited.
pursue that.
And then in the fall, wrapping up, we'll do our Top Golf fundraiser for our foundation, which our foundation uses the money and funding to put on programming and the Community Impact Summit.
Right.
So it's always good to have a fun Top Golf event because you don't have to be an expert golfer to be at Top Golf. And then that's going back into helping small businesses. So it's a good way to come out and support the chamber, and then hey, this is turning right back into our programming for small businesses.
And I think there's growing opportunity for more awareness about the foundation. Actually, I don't know that a lot of people know that the chamber has a foundation, and for the Community Impact Summit, super important. And moving forward on the initiative to do a volunteer event every quarter or whatever, that could help support that as well.
Yeah. And our YPs did that last year. They had their volunteer events. I can't remember if any of our other committees that I think Women in Business did some, and then our wellness did some too. They did the picking up the garbage along the streets kind of volunteer event. I think one of their events was, just to clean the parks or kind of
yeah.
thing. So,
Yeah.
so yeah, I mean, I would always say, hey, keep an eye out for that if that's one of your things, because there's different committees that do it, and so keep an eye out for that as well. There's so many things that we do. Somebody will say, hey, what's coming up next week? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm still in this week. I didn't check my calendar. So yeah, so there's always something that we try to fit different businesses. We have our morning events or evening events. We do Zoom, in person kind of combination. So we try to be able to have something like, hey, I can't make the morning, but I can make the evening, vice versa. So it's
yeah, which is really important. There's certain organizations that have their meetings on the same day, the same week every month, and if you have a conflict, you're just never going to be able to go to that meeting. So it's good to have that diversity and that flexibility and that kind of thing. And you mentioned women in business. Oh my gosh, super rocking. I mean, women in business is rocking. I'm going to Sparkly event later.
Yeah.
So yeah, lots of great leadership there.
Yeah. So that's
and the
really good
annual conference as well.
Yeah.
Just growing like mad.
So
I don't know that we have a date for that for 2026 yet.
We do
it's
not.
Usually in September. There's okay.
No, we do.
Oh, you don't.
We
I thought
don't
you said
have a date.
breaking news.
Australia.
Okay.
No.
Well, I'm excited about 2026, and I think 2025 is just setting us up for even greater success.
Yeah. So if you aren't a member, come and join us. You don't have to be a member to join in on our stuff either. That's the thing about it. It might cost you a little bit here and there, but you are 100% invited as a non-member to come check us out and see what we're all about. And then when you walk away, I mean, when you walk into a room with our chamber members, the first thing they know is, how can I help you? What do you need? How can I make you succeed along with me? And I really find that exciting.
It is very exciting, and it's gratifying to know that there are real positive results coming out of a membership where you can do the thing about helping others, but also benefit at the same time. So it's a beautiful thing.
All right, Dan. Thanks
Thanks
for chatting with me, and stay tuned, everyone. We're trying to push this podcast out with more consistency in 2026. We didn't talk about that, Diane, did we?
No, we didn't.
So 2025 was a rough.
I'm gonna get out my, my
we're gonna work on getting you a podcast, and we interview other businesses. So if you go back and look at some of our podcasts, you're gonna see the people we interview. We want your business to come in and you got something exciting, new, different. Hey, let's talk about this. We might even talk to an insurance person if we have to. No, I'm just kidding. We can make it fun. We can
realtor.
we can find all the interesting things about that.
There's always so I do strategic business storytelling, among other things, with communication. So if you're struggling to find your unique value proposition through a story, let me know and I can help.
So we welcome everybody to come be on our podcast, and then that's going to push us to do more if you're here. So
just get in touch.
All right. Thanks, Dan, and we'll see you all in 2026.